check that out, to spend a little bit more time with it. We've got tools that do everything that does already, and it's always good to have other tools
Yeah,
available.
the big thing that I saw is that it takes tools that you can find that I've seen in a bunch of different places, and it kind of puts them together on one particular area. Like some of these things I've seen on Google Analytics, some of them I've seen just like I know that are on like code validation and violation you can do on your web design software. And so I was like, it kind of puts them together in a really cool one little area.
And it's
Google
free.
also, yeah, and it's free. Google
Yeah.
also has one, and it's kind of pretty much I don't want to say pretty much the same, but it does have some of the same and similar features. And just from out of habit, I tend to gravitate towards Google's products, just
Cause
just cause, man. And there's really no reason. I have no reason to explain
we
it.
actually have a good reason now to even look to utilize it, and that's the links. Because you can't get that information from Google anymore. Just like they've started hiding the PR rating from the Webmaster Toolkit, which is a good podcast. You should go back and look that one up. Where you have the ability to modify and watch things that are going on your website from Google Webmaster. Wow, I'm just having problems here. Google Webmaster Toolkit. So yeah, that's a great tool.
What else?
In the vein, you had mentioned that we were going to talk about that, so I just pulled up something, and I found an article. It's a little old, and it's talking about Microsoft Live, but we know most of that's going to apply now to Bing. And so I thought I'd just go, it's just 5 quick little points, and we could kind of bring them up and elaborate on a couple of them. We really only have about 5 more minutes, so let's go ahead and knock this out. From Microsoft's perception, and this is what it takes to get on the first page, and this is actually a Microsoft document. So this isn't us pontificating about what we think Google finds valuable. This is Microsoft's document saying, look, this is what's valuable. And the author of this article makes the point that this is James SEO blog by James Harrison. He makes the point that Bing, or at that point Live, and now Bing has always been a little bit easier to get on the first page. And I think we find that to be the truth. We really target Google, and typically Yahoo and Bing, or now Bing, fall in line at the same, they just end up following the same path that Google does. Sometimes a little quicker, actually. You'll end up earlier on those search engines. Microsoft says, let's just blow through these because most of these we've heard before, but this is just an actual Microsoft document. Good content is number one for Microsoft. We've always talked about, in real estate, it's location, location, location. In SEO, it's keyword, 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 and immediately followed by that is content.
Content is king.
Content is king. Set up a logical URL website structure. So this is about navigation. This also really brings in some fundamental SEVO principles. SEVO is search engine visitor optimization. That's something that we focus here on a regular basis. And it's okay, once they've come to your website, what are they going to do? What are you going to have them do? How are you going to convert them into a customer or somebody who subscribes to your newsletter? Or what are they going to do? And a key part of that is if they're looking for some information that you're providing, you got to make it easy. They can't have to, you don't want them to click the home button from whatever way they got in so that they can get to, whatever, the blue one-arm widgets page. You want to make, if that's why you think they got there, that blue one-arm widgets page has to be, readily available. So that's part of having a logical URL structure. I love this one. Microsoft recommends that you embrace an HTML standard. And it actually says an HTML standard.
An HTML standard.
Apparently there's multiple ones, and Microsoft has chosen one. And you should choose one as well.
What else would you choose?
I really, well, the fact that it's I don't know what that means.
I didn't know there was another option.
Well, and he does go on and he mentions, JavaScript, right?
Oh,
so there's some issues with whenever we do JavaScript, and JavaScript really helps for some nice pull down menus and stuff. Although there are other ways to do it. Make sure you have an HTML pathway on the website, and a lot of people do that, and we typically do that at the bottom of the page. So if you've got either a Flash or a JavaScript and you're not 100% sure that the search engine spiders can actually crawl it, then you want to make sure you have a simple text menu structure on the bottom of the pages.
Okay, I can answer my own question. I said, what else is a way to do it? Flash would be another way, right?
Yeah, you're right. You're
Okay.
right.
If you're still doing Flash, stop listening to the podcast. At this point, I just if you're building websites entirely in Flash, just stop, dude. I can't help you no more.
Yeah, I had a new acquaintance, and he's a photographer, and his website is absolutely beautiful, and we started talking about what we do, and I do SEO, and I looked at his website, I'm like, well, you need to change it.
Yeah.
You need to change your entire website, or you need to have parent pages, or you need, because Google just can't parse, we say Google, search engines just can't parse Flash. Maybe they'll get there, maybe they're trying to get there, and right now it's just not happening. So we do recommend, don't take us wrong, we typically incorporate Flash components in basically every website we do. But we never do and literally I'm using the word never do a website entirely in Flash. Now, if we had a customer who came to us and said, that's what I want,
yeah, we'll do it.
We would, in a professional way, urge them a lot not to, and then we would do it for them because the customer is always right, even when they're wrong. MSN says so. Microsoft says you've got to submit your content. Don't just let people find you. We don't find that to be the case, and we still put together sitemaps and we still submit them. What we really find is just by adding them to our portfolio, they end up getting, getting traffic, and the spiders crawl them, or the crawlers spider them. I don't know which way that goes. And no keyword stuffing. Keyword stuff. Wow, this is a little older article because you don't even hear that much anymore. And in case you're wondering, keyword stuffing is where you take your target keywords and you put it way too much in an article so that it becomes obvious that you're keyword stuffing, and none of the search engines appreciate that. You really want to stay away from that. It's actually borderline black hat technique.
And people know it. I've read pages before, and I'm like, okay, I get the point. You're a plumber. Duh. All right. So what I've seen around the internet is, you want to stick between 1% to 3% keyword density. So for every 100 words of text, you want to have your keyword 1, 2, 3 times per 100 words.
John Brown, did you get that? That's your one piece of information today.
There you go, John.
1 to 3%. Was that right? 1 to 3% keyword density.
You owe me $1. That's it. First, Oh, never mind. First one's free. I'll see if I can find another one. But yes, you want to stick there, and you want to provide value. We've always said, provide value to what you're doing. Provide value to the customer. Don't just write something stupid with your keywords all over it. If I'm going to read this, teach me something. Provide value to the visitor.
Give back, we do with our SEO podcast. Give back.
Yeah,
it's a good message. Give back.
Good message.
Give back. Give often. Well, you are listening to the most popular SEO podcast on iTunes. This is the end of podcast 50. We can't explain why we've been doing it for more than a year and we're only on 50. We probably could, but we're not going to. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, whoever's out there, for watching. Please remember, send us information. Just go in, create an iTunes account, and submit a review. We really appreciate that. We really think it actually really makes us feel really good. That we understand.
We remember when we didn't have any listeners. And we were just telling each other stupid jokes all the time.
We were just talking to the wire. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. My name is Chris Verez.
And this is Paul Hansen.
Bye-bye for now.